As the crows say, amateur artist Mark D. Chandler once again from Manland. I'm out here playing underneath the tarp. The rain for the most part has absolutely moved off, but we still got a little drizzle every once in a while. So I'm having to use some dry wood I got there in the shed that is more or less from pallets in a way. And before I actually put this contraption here together in the primitive style of oven that I want to make, I want to do another test just to have some fun. And you may not even be interested in watching this video, and I appreciate it if you do. But like I said, it's just fun to me. It's just something to entertain me, because I can't work, I can't drive. The eye is still kind of reddish, and it's just a cloud over the eye. But anyway, that's just a little semi-update. Show you what I got set up here. Oh, tripod. Let me get this thing here ready to rock and roll. Flip my screen so I can see what's going on. There we go. I got it set up in the naked oven mode. In other words, when I get this thing together, we put the wood under here. I don't know if you see my hand there. Yeah. Wood under there, heats up. This will be enclosed with brick. This will be brick, of course. We'll have another brick slab across the top, and the smoke will come out the back. In theory, this piece will heat up. This will be our primary source of heat. If I can find another pan like this, which I do have, but I don't want to use it because it's something I use all the time for cooking inside the house. If I can put another pan on top, which would be ideal, seal everything up with like mud. I don't want to use concrete because I may break it all apart and do it again. Who knows? The idea here is to, well, just to do a test, and that's kind of the outdoor oven I'm working on in a junkyard primitive bushcraft setup here. I've got my MSR. Inside of it I got some cold tap water. Open this right here, get it off the lid. Now, normally you'd leave it, but I'm just going to try this right here with coals on the bottom. What that means is I'm able to cook over wood, of course, in this oven base without getting soot on my pot, right? And there's no real fire under there. I'll show you that at least right now. That just caught up, that little flame there, but I got a good bit of coals under there. And I'm going to add small pieces of wood, or the little pieces of wood as I go, just to kind of keep sort of a semi-flame going on in there. And I want to see how long it takes to boil them eggs. Yeah. Out here in this contraption, and I mean everything, in case you missed the other video, everything is contrapted out here at Manland. Temporary tarp. Hey, this tarp held up. We had a good rainstorm come through last night, and this thing really held up. Of course, I had to come back out here today and put a little extra tensions, a little guy lines on there and this, that, and the other, but it held up for the most part. And so now I'm going to add a few more pieces of wood to it and see how long it takes to boil them eggs. This ain't no scientific test, it's just some fun stuff going on. Note to self and others once again. Now, you see the flame is coming up my little reminiscent type of chimney there. And yeah, I could put the pot to boil the eggs on top of that flame. That's not what we're trying to do here, because that's kind of acting like a little rocket stove. We want to see how long it takes to do this convection type of heating on top of this pan, this piece of metal right here, with the fire directly underneath it. That's what we're testing out. So before you go making comments, man, I'll just set that thing directly on the fire. Normally I would, but we ain't doing it this time. We doing it more of a modern day setup. Kinda. But very primitive. Note to self again, and to others. Got about 5 minutes to go. This is about 25 minutes into it. I actually shoved the MSR pan toward the back because I noticed the flame, of course, is going to the back, coming up through the chimney. And it seemed like this was the hottest point. Yep, and we now actually have a boiling situation there with a lid on, of course. But yeah, so now just a matter of time. Say I'm gonna give it another 3 minutes maybe. I tell you what, when my alarm goes off, I'll call it at that point. That would be 30 minutes. We'll check them eggs out and see how well they did. Eggs is boiled. The timer went off, and just like clockwork, man, it was right. So now I'm out here at the creek behind the house. That's right, a creek. Let me show you what we got. Here's our creek set up. See that piece of unique thing right there? You know, you can find that out there in the woods. It's kind of like flimsy and flimsical bendable bamboo. Yeah, and people like to use that for something they call a water hose. I don't know about that. But here's our creek right here. We turn it on. And it says there we're going to cool them eggs down so we can crack them open and give ourselves a little taste test. Yeah, I like this creek set up. It's real simple. I like it. Well, it's somebody's creek. I mean, the water comes from somewhere, don't it? I've never really seen that before. Out of all the eggs I boiled and peeled, this yolk was right there toward the top of the shell. And yeah, most of the white peeled away. So I don't know if peeling it from the back toward the front really works, but anyway, I tried it. Let's do a taste test. I agree. Tastes like a boiled egg. You know, it really would have been nice if I had me some salt and some black pepper. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is amateur artist Mark D. Chandler from Manland, wishing you and y'all a very happy YouTube experience out there. And I appreciate the fact you took the time to watch this senseless, nonsensical video. I'm out here more or less shooting home videos and sharing it with you, strangers at first, and later becoming family, here on YouTube. I hope that we can keep on doing it, just because it's fun to entertain ourselves and to keep that good group of outside family ships coming in. I don't really know what to term it. It's just, well, I put it this way. When you look at the world as a whole, and everybody that lives upon it, we're all family. Yeah. The people that live on Mars and the moon and all that other stuff, Jupiter, Saturn, you know, they're the outsiders. We people here on Earth, we got to stick together. That's right.